Scientists in Australia taught a mini brain how to play Pong? What? Well, this brings us to our main story tonight, which concerns cerebral organoid intelligence. And no, that's not the name of a rejected Marvel villain. But it's a leap in neuroscience. For Dr. Kagan and his team to get mini brain, they first needed neurons, cells of the nervous system. So they first extracted skin cells. And you see, skin cells are sort of like this paper boat here. They're fully specialized and differentiated. But if I introduce a few transcription factors, I can reverse the cell back to its baby form, a pluripotent stem cell. It still has traces and folds of its original form, but that's alright. And if I add a few growth factors and put it in a neuronal culture to develop, and I get a paper airplane that looks like it was made by a 2-year-old. I get a neuron. And this is a process of reprogramming. And that's how scientists make clusters of neurons, or mini brains, and eventually connect them to microelectrode arrays like this. But why did scientists have to go through this meticulous hassle in the first place? Well, it all lies in the fundamentals of our brain that no AI can live up to. You see, the neural networks in our head are kind of like this forest. Think of each tree like a neuron, like how a neuron is connected to many others. Every tree here is connected to many others through their roots. Imagine two trees, Jarl and Bartholomew. They're best friends and they talk to each other all the time. And this is what happens to the neurons in our brain as well. As particular neurons talk to each other more often, the connection between them grows stronger and stronger. And you finally memorize what the heck a Pythagorean theorem was. A fancy way to call this is long-term potentiation. And this is how our brains learn naturally and adapt. Now imagine Daryl starts hogging poor Bartholomew's sunlight. Over time, they grow farther apart and the connection between them grows weaker and weaker. And they're not BFFs anymore. Same thing happens with our neurons when you unlearn or forget something. Long-term depression. People like to call these two processes of neurons breaking up and becoming best friends again the concept of synaptic plasticity. It's basically how our brains learn, adapt, and keep a memory. This is huge, but we do need to make sure that we're treading this field with caution while also marveling at its amazing potential. Who knew that the future of medicine, brain research, and biocomputing would just look like a Jello mode connected to a bunch of wires?